How to use a pipe cutter when one is in a tight space. For instance, say one is working on drywall, puts a nail through the wall, screw through the wall, hits a pipe, and the pipe's geysering out, and you locate it. But then you notice you have this type of pipe cutter here, which is fine to cut the pipe. However, when the pipe is standing up vertically with not much room in the back, the question being, well, how can I rotate this pipe 360 degrees? And the answer is it may not be possible. So I'm sure people have tricks of the trade. However, so say for instance, we were cutting a half-inch pipe and we were in a very tight space or above a hot water heater, had two or three pipes jumbled up in a row, etc. So the way to do this is simply this tool here. And this tool here is a cutter. And this actually, you open this up, put this around the pipe, and then you see the arrow, and then you start rotating it around in the arrow. Now, one thing to keep in mind, make sure you keep a new set of these, and uh, these, for instance, are older, anyway, but the sharper the blades without any rust, the better it's going to go through the half-inch pipe. So say for instance this pipe was standing up vertically and it was behind a piece of drywall or up under two studs. Say you're under a house and you have a pipe between that's running up between two studs, and I mean it literally, you can see the gamut when you're doing this. So again, oftentimes it's so would this pipe cutter here do it? Yes, pipe cutter's great. But now when one gets the chance. However, now the difference between this pipe cutter and this pipe cutter, this pipe half-inch pipe cutter will cut between tight spaces. This pipe cutter will cut too. This pipe cutter can be the bottom wound around and then come up on the pipe. So in one sense of the word, it would be quasi universal. And when I say quasi universal, it would, you could take a half-inch pipe, maybe you could take a 3/4, and you could cut different sizes. This particular pipe cutter here normally does only one size. It does a half-inch. So if one pulls back this, puts this around the copper, closes this up, and begins to rotate around the pipe, providing that your blades in here are sharp, dull, not chipped, not too rusted. Just make sure you keep fresh blades, or a new one for that matter is even better. They're not cheap, but not too terribly expensive. However, they so again, this will cut half-inch pipe. So can you cut it out in the open? Yes, you can cut it where you have plenty of room. This is fine to cut it with this. In fact, I find it oftentimes easier and quicker than doing it with this. So this will do multiple different sizes. This pipe cutter here does a half-inch, which, say for instance, this copper here is half-inch. So keep in mind this particular cutter here, the half-inch that will fit in tight spots, it may only do half-inch only. Again, this cutter here, and to reiterate, when one rotates this around, you notice that the back would hit the back of the wall. So it leaves it open to debate. This, you've got plenty of room. Just wrap it. Keep wrapping into the sharper the blades and go in the direction of the arrow, and it should snap the copper, and it works beautifully. Have used it many, many times. Half-inch copper cutter in tight space. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.